Jack Hosler Jr. After my dad. Jackie, pretty much. 1976. Traverse City, Michigan. Munson, I believe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and my dad were in Boy Scouts for a while. That was actually pretty cool. Jack Ellen Hosler Sr. February 4th, 1950. Yeah, Grandma Kite, or Alice Kite. He worked at Middleburg for a long time. I'm not exactly sure, but I believe Grandpa Bill used to be a bartender down at the Bel Air Bar. I believe Central Lake. Grandma Kite lived in Alden. Yeah, one time me and Grandma Kite were sitting in her garden, and I believe it was called a poppy plant, but you can make opium out of it. And I said something about it, and Grandma Kite was like, yeah, this is what you do, and she pretty much broke it down step to step on me, and I was kind of looking at her like, how the hell do you know how to make opium, Grandma? And, that was a pretty cool memory. And then, actually, when me and Kathy first got together, I introduced Grandma Kite to her, and Grandma Kite kicked Kathy in the ass for quitting school. That was another kind of favorite memory of mine. And actually, another one, me and Uncle Kevin were upstairs smoking weed, and Grandma Kite's like, you guys better not be smoking weed up there. And we were sticking our heads out the window, blowing the smoke out, and of course we were. But yeah, it was pretty fun too. Boy Scouts, and we did go camping and traveling a lot as a family. It was kind of cool. Went to the UP and did some stuff up there. No. No, I don't think so. But I think eventually someday my sword will become a family heirloom to my kids. I'm just not sure which one to give it to yet. On the same property. Me lighting potatoes sack on fire. I was like 4 or 5 when I did that. Got my ass beat for it, but it's a pretty old house. I think it was made in 1800s. And I believe it was haunted too, actually. Yes. And you had the basement. Well, yeah, it had like half a Michigan basement. You could walk halfway into it. And it had a little spot. I think the water heater and shit was down there, but that's also where we kept the firewood for the winter time when we had the wood stove. Which I actually do miss the wood stove. Junk food, I believe. And a lot of noodles and stuff. That's why I don't really like noodles nowadays. Yeah, we had cats, dogs. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just cats and dogs. I like more dogs than I do cats, though. Pretty rough, actually. Got bullied a lot, and of course, before I quit school, I had a bad attitude and got in some bad shit and quit. I did like history and science and a couple other ones I can't remember. Well, if I did what I want to do now, I'd probably be building bikes from the ground up and cars from the ground up and uh, yeah, stuff like that, customizing. No, not really. The Nintendo was pretty cool when it came out, though. Yeah, I was like, she wants to say like 8, 9, maybe 7, somewhere around there. Duck Hunt was pretty cool. Donkey Kong. A couple other ones, but yeah, it's been a long time since I played the Nintendo. Oh, Zelda. Yeah, Zelda was pretty cool. Joe Baker. He was pretty cool. He was there for you if you needed you, and pretty much if you seen him, you seen me, and it was vice versa. And when I seen Mom Angie last year before I think it was, she pretty much about made me cry because she brought it to my attention and I didn't remember until she said it. But one day apparently I ran away from here and nobody could find me, and I was underneath a train bridge. It was before they changed it up and whatever. And I was sitting there and having a little fire while apparently Mom told Joe to come bring me home and went back to their house. Yeah, probably, UP and shit's probably special, right? To some degree. I pictured rocks and, what is that, Cominot Falls or whatever. I do like Halloween. Probably 8 years. Dropped out in the 8th grade. Oh, it was a janitor at the school actually, and I was, I want to say I was like 17, maybe 18, somewhere around there. No, I did try to go to school to be a trucker a couple times though. To party and get laid, pretty much. I did like the turkey butcher. That was kind of fun. It was kind of weird, but so glad I didn't get pulled over a couple times coming home though. Kind of looked like I killed somebody. I think a bodyguard would be pretty cool, like a professional bodyguard. I'm technically 4, but 3 alive. Angel Marie Hosler is April 7th, 2000. Um, Alyssa is May 9th, I believe. And then John Michael is March 4th. I may have to check on Alyssa's date though. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty scary. And it's definitely a weird feeling, especially when you become a parent and you watch the kid and stuff. It's nothing like it. Can't explain it really. Yeah, all 3. Well, except for Angels because I was locked up at that time. And the judge did let me go out for like hour and a half after she was born. After she was born, I had to go back to jail, which was actually one of the hardest things I've ever done in my fucking lifetime. I was definitely crying like a baby. Traverse City and Saginaw, Michigan. Lived in California a little bit when Angel was 7 or 8, I want to say. Somewhere around there. And then, just pretty much lived in Alden and Bel Air, outside of Mansalona. Go for hikes and stuff. Be outside. Of course, do play games and such too, but seeing their face every day and being with them. Oh yeah, that was when I was, it must have been 19 or 20, because I first got my license and I had Grandpa's T-Bird, and I was looking for some friends so I could go smoke some weed, and finally ended up with 6 or 7 people in a 4 or 5 car passenger car, and yeah, somehow we ended up on this 2-track. And make a long story short, we pulled out the gas lines of the car. Didn't have a flashlight, so I used my lighter and went click, 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 and the last click, the whole fucking underneath of the car caught on fire because it was leaking gasoline. And had to push it up like 3 or 4 times, and we finally got the fire out, but then we had to walk, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles into town, and by the time we got in town, it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I had to wake Grandpa up and tell him what happened, and yeah, that was, it was not good. Oh, my friend, shit, can't remember his name now, but one day we were going for a beer run, and he looks at me, he was like, hey, you want to see what I tell the state police? I was like, yeah, sure, and he pulls down his lip, and he had "fuck you" tattooed on the inside of his lip. And I asked him if it hurt, and he was like, no, man, I really don't know, because I had at least a 5th of whiskey in me at that time. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but we used to go to parties, and yeah, he'd do the party trick, and people really, I don't know if they were necessarily groused down about it or intrigued about it, but yeah, it was quite the scene to see. It kind of looked like a magic trick. Yeah, he would just pull up one side and just kind of floss his nose like a teeth floss, but kind of nose floss. Martial arts. I do like walking and hiking, camping, fishing, outdoor stuff. I listen to all kinds of music, but my favorite is heavy metal. In this moment, Pretty Reckless, Arch Enemy, like Scarface, new favorite TV show is The Catfish, the TV show. That's a pretty cool show. I made an Aussie book, but I haven't been able to read it because I'm getting old and I need glasses. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe too is pretty good. I do like Jim Morrison's poetry too. I like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Call of Duty. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid. Black, Red, and Midnight Blue. I really didn't know him for too long. He took his own life after he did 3 or 4 tours in the military. He did 2 tours in Iraq, Afghanistan, I think he said Kuwait, if I remember right, and then he said he did a couple other secret missions, which he had to stop right at that. Well, I guess when he got back, he was distant. I guess when me and my ex were together, when he died, she said she definitely believes a part of me died when he died. Yeah, California stands out pretty good. I like the mountains. On the property where we were, we had fresh oranges, fresh walnuts. Oh yeah, we had a grapevine. I was trying to put a garden in, but that's when we moved pretty much. And the reason why we moved is at that time my ex-wife, her dad was pretty much on his deathbed at that time. Well, computers were pretty compared to now, they were pretty old back then and like really too new to technology. But now, from the technology now, it like pretty much blows it away. Dial-up phones or whatever they were called. I do remember payphones. Oh, actually, I do remember the Unabomber when he bombed. I can't remember where it was, but the state building or whatever it was. Union. Yeah, it was something in Tennessee or something, I want to say, if I remember right. But 9/11, I remember. And 9/11, I was actually on the bed sleeping, and my brother comes in and kind of screams we were getting attacked, and I looked at him and was like, what the fuck you mean we're getting attacked? And he was like, go look at the TV. And yeah, I went on and looked at the TV, and yeah, I was pretty much glued that whole day to the TV watching, and my ex-wife told me to stop watching that shit, but yeah, I was kind of glued. No sunshine and no wind, calm day. I do kind of want to go like on a survival adventure just to see if I can do it for like a week or so. Just get away, walk in the woods, and disappear for a minute. Having and raising kids. Oh, probably learning the martial arts. Well, I self-taught myself ninjutsu, hapkido, aikido, karate, and then I read some military style martial arts out of a book. I did self-teach myself some weapons, walking stabs, throwing knives, throwing stars, nunchucks, firefly knives. Well, for one on my body, I quit drinking. I was a pretty bad alcoholic back when I was younger and growing up. Mine's a lot more clear, and I don't feel like shit every day. That's when me and my wife first got together. We were coming back from Travers, and the straightaway on M72, me and my friend Paulie got up to, well, I'm not quite sure what he was doing, but I got up to 120, 125. My poor ex-wife was about shitting herself in the passenger seat. And yeah, we raced from Travers to Rapid City. So, yeah, I was tripping balls on some mushrooms, and I probably drank between a 12 to a case of beer myself, and that may have some effect on it too, but I was tripping and I seen a big old fucking purple hand reaching out of the sky trying to reach me. I told my cousin that, and he was like, it's okay, we'll go back to my trailer, we'll sit down, we'll smoke a doobie, and we'll call it good. And that's what we did. No, I think the regrets made me who I am today. Take care of the earth. Treat it better. Before it's too late, which unfortunately I believe is too late. Hopefully that was a good friend and loyal. Oh, I was 16 when I started getting tattooed. I have at least 18 tattoos now. I have pretty much fantasy tattoos. One tattoo, I guess it could be considered a biker tattoo, which is on my hand. It's fuck the world. I have skeleton, a tree, a skull with the rose, my kids' names. I believe a Celtic cross on my ankle, flaming heart on my left ankle, which was a matching tattoo with the ex-wife. One on my shoulder blade, it was supposed to be the Harley Davidson Bar and Shield,